All right, so let's chop it up about Gentry Williams' top 6 schools, and all that's coming up after the bumper.
Don't be cornering me. Hold up. Time. You gotta help me with that corner shit.
What's up, kinfolk? It's RJ Young. I am not on a step mill. Consider hitting the like and subscribe button because I upload a video every single day. So it's college football related, sports related. We have a good time. Today, I want to talk about the number 19 player in the 2022 class, the number 1 player in the state of Oklahoma, and one of the best athletes, quite literally in the country, Gentry Williams and his top 6 schools. First, let me acknowledge the Eric Gilbert video fiasco. The lav mic was on the floor. This mic was not on. I got duped because I wear headphones doing this, but if you've been around the channel for any length of time, you understand that I rush and I should probably stop and slow down and make sure that the equipment that is very expensive, I use. But I'm also the dude that holds his phone in front of his face when Cabe Klubnik decides to commit to Clemson. Also, remember Klubnik. I appreciate the folks that were in the comments. Let me know because pronouncing names is, well, important. And I had to work very hard to get Uiagalelei rolling off the tongue just the way that it does. So much so that I probably say DJ Uiagalelei just because, right? Now with Gentry Williams, we got a really interesting recruitment because Williams has the potential to be an Olympic sprinter, particularly in the 400 meters. I watched the dude. Like as a true freshman, he's flying, all right? So like really, I was having this discussion with myself about, yeah, man, I understand you could play Power 5 football. You probably play defense back, wide receiver, whatever. But good God, as a former track athlete, I was salivating. So wherever he goes, I hope that the man is allowed to run track as well as play football. Now, his top 6 schools, Arkansas, Florida, LSU, Missouri, USC, and Oklahoma. Now, I think there's a clear delineation between some of those schools and others. But I think it also bears saying former teammate J.J. Hester is at Missouri, and his former teammate Kewan Parker is at Arkansas. Both of those dudes went to Booker T. He, of course, goes to Booker T. Washington High School in Tulsa, Oklahoma, my backyard. I'm also, like, always just throwing rocks at the University of Tulsa going, how do you not recruit these kids? How do you not go after Gentry Williams, Kendall Daniels, Dax Hill, Josh Proctor, Savion Morrison, Josh Jacobs, Isaiah Jacobs? I can keep going. It's the point here. Woosa. All right. So, Arkansas is on its way up. It's not there yet. Florida probably gets back to good here in the next couple of years because they're recruiting at a very high level and they've been really good about going into the transfer portal and getting players. See the Eric Gilbert video with the bad audio for more on that. USC is going all out in its recruiting. It is hiring a bunch of people that I love inside of recruiting. It's building out its recruiting department in a way that I am excited about. I mean, going to get Brian Carrington, go along with Mark Sherrington, that's ridiculous. And then you're still building around it. Plus, USC has an outstanding men's track program. And then you couple that with Gentry Williams joined up with Damani Jackson. You got one of those dudes on either side of the field. Yo, it is shut down island. Like, I'm very excited about that because it's like 2 islands. But, like, outside of the hash marks, you're probably going to have a hard time, kind of like Eli Ricks and Derek Stingley Jr. at LSU, which, again, that's one of the reasons I think LSU is on the list. Tremendously good at putting out defensive backs, particularly at corner. Also, outstanding track program. Many of y'all can remember back to Xavier Carter and them, Trendon Holiday and them, because the LSU track program is not to be trifled with. They know how to get down and they will fly. Now, Oklahoma is also in the backyard. Oklahoma's been recruiting him for a very long time, but I wouldn't make that a foregone conclusion because, number one, Oklahoma ain't been the best at locking down the best talent in the state. Dax Hill is at Michigan. Josh Proctor's at Ohio State. Josh Jacobs went to Alabama. I can keep going. I got a little pride about the kids playing high school football in my backyard. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Wondered if somebody else was going to have a little bit of pride about the kiddos playing outstanding football in my backyard. Go recruit them. All right. So another one of those that we got to take a look at that I think we need to spend a little bit of time on because Gentry actually had something to say out loud about them are those 3 that you would expect to be a cut above: LSU, USC, and Oklahoma. He said the order, I would say the top 3 schools for me right now are LSU, OU, and USC, with definitely you have Arkansas being close, with 4 and Florida and Missouri giving good options, right? He wants the opportunity to be a dual sport athlete. I'm with that, right? Kyler Murray wanted to play baseball and football. Mario Williams at Oklahoma wants to play baseball and football. And then Dante Williams is doing an outstanding job on the trail. Corey Raymond is that dude at LSU. But Alex Grinch, Lincoln Riley need to just set up camp in his front yard, let them understand, make him understand that's where they want him to be. Because that is the kind of talent that I believe he is. And when you take a look at just what it means for him to be ranked inside the top 20, Oklahoma every other year seems to put out one 5-star athlete that everybody wants. And you've heard me reference a couple of them at least 3 times in this video already. But when I look at dudes like Gentry Williams, I'm always salivating over what other options do they have, right? Because slot, wide receiver, defensive back in the corner. I don't know if he's going to blow up to be a safety, but at 6 foot, 170 pounds, you could probably get there. But with his speed, his long speed in particular, I don't really see that as what it's going to be for him. Now, his comp is like Dante Jackson with the Carolina Panthers and a first-round selection. Matter of fact, Gabe Brooks had this evaluation for him. Length, athletic build that could translate to multiple spots at the college level. Owns some frame space to continue adding bulk. Versatile athlete, high school QB and DB whose ceiling is likely the highest in the secondary. Primarily plays QB, but some good snaps on tape at corner as a sophomore. Flashes impressive burst, coupled with track verified top end speed. Oklahoma 6A state champion in 400 meters, 47.7. 47.7. 21.14 in the 200 as a freshman. That means that the man could probably drop down to 45 by his sophomore, junior year of college and then be pushing for 44 and making the Olympic team. Come on, man. Add bulk and strength, continue coverage technique, development, keys moving forward. Dynamic athlete with high developmental ceiling at corner, high major recruit with multi-year starter capability who could develop into an early NFL draft selection. Now, again, I'm fired up about Gentry Williams. I'm fired up about his speed. He's the kind of guy that is going to drop 4.2 in the 40-yard dash without really trying. Like, he's that fast. And if he's playing corner at a Power 5 university that has a record of putting guys into the NFL, I feel good about that. Right now, that ain't been Oklahoma, okay? LSU, they got receipts. USC, they got receipts, right? Arkansas, I think, is going to get there. Missouri, you ain't got receipts. Florida, they got receipts, right? You understand what it be like and what it is, okay? So I wanted to do this, one, to make up for the 11 a.m. upload, but also because I'm fired up about this kiddo, and I can't wait to watch his recruitment, see how he ends up, and watch him play a little college football. All right, that's it for me. Deuces.